25. I don't know why I said that when I'm 14. I'm 15, so I feel like I always have to explain that like I'm not 14 and a half. I really am 25, 93, September 13th. Buy me a gift, it's cool. Don't, it's fine, whatever. Okay, so I'm trying to like figure out where to look. Anyways, so I grew up in a household where anger was really high. You know, we'd all go from 0 to 100. My mom, my stepdad, my sisters. We didn't really know how to cope in the sense of expressing yourself without being angry and being loud and stomping and fighting. Like physically, emotionally, like mentally, like we could really destroy each other with our words. And that kind of took over my life. You know, like I used to be really quick to anger. Like anyone could say something to me and I'd snap. Like, what do you mean? What do you want? Like I'm so aggressive in my speech sometimes that it comes off as offensive, and I've kind of learned to cultivate that and turn it into something beautiful. But before, when I was younger especially, you could be like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Huh? And I'd look at you and be like, you want to fight? Let's fight. You know, like, oh, look at me. I'm like 5 pounds, so I'm fighting, guys. Come on. Anyways, so in all of that, I had to kind of take apart myself and figure out where forgiveness lies with my parents, so that I couldn't be such an angry person, and I could practice and kind of create that environment within my own home. And it's hard, you know, because you don't ever want to offend your parents. Like I had a conversation with my mom the other day, and I was kind of explaining to her how in our house when we were younger, our parents didn't teach her and my dad didn't teach us how to express ourselves without being angry and being aggressive in a very intimidating or hurtful manner. And I think she took it as me saying like our house was a wreck and horrible. And I felt bad because I don't want to offend her, but I was kind of using it as like a teaching point versus insulting her as a mom, because my mom was amazing. She's a superhero. And for me, I think it's hard because when you grow up, when you look at a generation before you, and you can see that mental health was not in the forefront of their minds and the forefront of their environment, being in a Caribbean home, like, what do you mean you're depressed? Go drink some soda, have a cracker, pray, and just, you know, keep going. You know, you're fine. Just shake it off. You know? And it's hard because you grow up and people go like, oh, like, mental health, that's like white bullshit. What's wrong with you? You're good. You're good. You're Gucci. You know, don't worry about it. It's fine. And you know, you grow up and you're like, wait, it's not white bullshit. Like I'm black. So it really is me. You know. So I just hope that all that compartmentalize it and just slowly, not pick at yourself, but help yourself heal. So what I'm talking about. One second. Okay, and if I'm talking too fast, just let me know. I'm really nervous, and I speak even faster. Trust me. It's my grandfather has no clue what I say to him, and he's 93 years old. He looks at me and goes like this all the time. I'm like, my grandpa. He's like, you know? He asks me a question, and he's like, "How's your day?" And I speed off, and he's like, I know he has no clue what I say. So if I'm speaking too fast, just be like, relax. So what I'm speaking on are about 5 apology languages. Now, last year, I went through something really crazy where I got into a huge, I don't want to call it an argument. It was really just a breakdown of our relationship with between my mom and I. And it kind of forced me to look at myself and look at her, and in the way she apologized, and understand that no matter how much I wanted her to say what I wanted her to say, she wasn't going to give it to me. You know, I wanted her to be like, I'm sorry, like, this is what I did, I'm sorry. And like, for me, I need someone to understand really. I feel like I'm just talking right to her. I'm so sorry. Don't take it like you're just right in my line of vision. Anyways, you know, and I needed her to understand that what I needed her to say, she wasn't saying it, and so I had to kind of get over it. But it actually made me take a step back and look at myself and be like, okay, so that's how she understands, and that's how she's gonna apologize, and I'm gonna have to accept that, and I'm also gonna have to figure out what I need people to say, kind of like a script, and as long as I'm hearing something that sounds along these lines, I can push past it. So the first one is expressing regret. Now, some people are really easy. You know, if I slap you in the face and say sorry, you're like, it's fine, you know, like, it's cool, it's not a pizza. So
for some people it's really easy, and in my house, I think growing up, we always acted like saying I'm sorry was that's it, I'm done. So like my sister, we literally physically fight. And I was like, say you're sorry. I'm like, sorry. Like, and you say it, but you don't really mean it, so you just, you act like you let it go, but later on I'm gonna take a toothbrush and like shove it in the toilet, put it back, right? Because that's the revenge tactic, because I'm not really sorry, but I need to get you back so that I don't get licks. Anyway, so express your regret was the first one, and it's basically saying I'm sorry. And sometimes that works for people, sometimes there are people out there who you can just say I'm sorry, and I'll say I'm sorry, and you guys can just go ahead. The second one is accepting responsibility, which is 100% my line of fire. I really need you to know that what you did is wrong, and I need you to explain to me why you know it was wrong. And that's hard for people because most people are like, listen, I'm sorry, like what else do you want from me? And they might buy you a gift, but for me, I don't want a gift. I want you to understand, I want you to cultivate it, and I want you to show me that you're gonna do better, or just get out of the way. So that works for people, works for me. Hopefully, if that's you, if I triggered something in you, it's awesome. The third one is making restitution. So basically, it's another form of apology. When we were kids, we would hurt our friends and hurt their feelings, and you would work hard and be like, oh, like, I'm sorry, Sarah. Is that your name, Sarah? I'm sorry. Anyways, so like, I'm sorry, Sarah. And so you would go and you would, make her, or give her your snack at lunch, or give them a hug, or and that falls into like your apology language. Get acts of quality time, words of affirmation, receiving gifts. And when we were kids, we didn't even know that's what we were doing. We were just doing it because we were trying to show our friends that we love them, which I think is a beautiful thing, But at the same time, that might not always work for some people. Some people really need to hear you say it, but if it works out where your apology form is you just need to spend time with that person, or you just need to hear them say better things to you going forward, that's cool too. The fourth one is genuinely repenting. This is huge for me. I think it's super important because it's basically apologizing not only in words but in action. It's you showing me that in every action you do going forward, you actually meant what you said before, and so your actions are now going to prove that. And it's hard, it's hard to show people that you're going to do better because sometimes, we as people, we're hard on each other in the sense where we're like, yeah, she said sorry, she said she's going to do this, but like, watch her not do it. And so we expect them to fail, and so when they do fail, you're like, oh, see, told you. But you never gave them the room to even try, which makes people just want to shut down and not bother you anyways, like next. So what was I going to say? Not important. Okay, so I just had a question for the crowd, and I kind of have questions after all my prompts, and it just says, do you repent your wrongdoings? Are you going to put in the work and time to change what is affecting your relationships? And are you willing to accept an individual who's going to put in the work to get you to forgive them? The last one is actually requesting forgiveness, which I think is super hard because a lot of us aren't gonna be like, can you please forgive me? We're too prideful, like that's too much. You have to really dig deep down, and I don't know how far you dig. I'm dig that deep. So, like requesting forgiveness is so difficult because it's really putting yourself out there and putting your relationship in the hands of another person. So if I hurt you, if I punch you in the face, and I'm like, can you please forgive me? And you're like, no, and I don't want to be your friend. I have to deal with that now, and then I lost a friend. And if I punch you in the face, you might have deserved it, but that's not the point. The point is, I put our relationship in your hands, now I have to deal with the consequences. For me, I think that's the hardest one of all 5. Did I say 5? All 5. But yeah, anyways, so all that to say, I think that it's really important that we learn how to forgive and that we learn what we need from other people in order to forgive and move on. And yeah, that's it, guys.